Hey, what's up, you people? I don't really know if I have good Wi-Fi at like 1 a.m., but hey, man. I mean, I guess no one's using the Wi-Fi at home, so we don't know. We don't really know. All right, we don't really know if the Wi-Fi is good or not. Welcome to the one viewer in chat. Show yourself. Show yourself. I know you're in there somewhere. Yes. Oh shit! I totally forgot to turn off all of my notifications off. Silly me. Silly me. Forgot to do my daily routine of turning off all my notifs. Turn this off. Instagram. Turn Discord off. Wouldn't want to hear notification buzz from my phone. Nah. Nope. No siree. Close this. Boom. Close this. And boom. And that should be it. All right, let me open my stream and see if it shit. All right, let me open my stream and see if it. All right, yeah. On off. There you go. Oh, what's up, chat? It is me. I'm back with another stream that no one's gonna watch. It's like 1 a.m. But it's fine. We love streaming anyways because I'm bored. It's 1 a.m. Can't sleep. Am I sleep deprived? Yes, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's good, chat. Waiting for that one American friend to stumble upon my streams early on in the morning. Is that gonna happen? I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright. We're watching the Burger King thing that almost killed like 3 billion children or some shit. I forgot. That one canceled Burger King line that they made for the Pokemon plugin for the movie also. Yeah, that was a no bueno. I got videos to watch today. Normally I'd be on stream and I watch videos and I'm gonna be like, what? Alright, chat, what video we want to watch today? And we spend 1 minute. And I was like, so we really do not have anything to watch. And chat's like, nope. And alright, fine, whatever. I get it from I get video ideas from, what the hell is it again? Sorry, I'll get video ideas from FYPs, and it's gonna be the worst videos I've ever watched. And I'll watch them for like 2 seconds, and I'll be like, never mind, we're donezo here. My bed is very, very grainy, and I do not know why. Anyways, I just watch while we're waiting on viewers, if we're gonna get any viewers, I just watched Guardians Volume 3. Man, yeah, it was really good. Now, does it top Guardians Volume 2? Well, for recency bias, yes, because I definitely had more fun watching Guardians Volume 3. But objectively, the better movie, I don't really know. Alright? When it comes to emotional story and plot line, I think Guardians 3, hold on. Guardians 3. This movie was good. Especially like all the sad backstory and shit. Now, I don't know what happened to the new team. I don't know who the new team is. They got some of the most random lineups ever. We got Rocket Red. Since there's no viewers right now, I can probably spoil it. They got the new lineup is for anyone who's gonna rewatch the stream. Spoiler alert. We got Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Adam Warlock, some random teenage lady, fucking the bootleg Yondu, and the Space Dog. It's the most random lineup ever. Gonna miss Star-Lord, man. He was the GOAT, man. Gonna miss that Mario voice actor, Chris Pratt. Gonna miss him very bad. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna fucking burp, bro. Fucking hell. And we're bored, so let's watch some videos. We're gonna get an ad. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Alright, whatever. El Supersonic Q! We love you, El Supersonic Q! We cover lost media and shit. We love you so much.
In the late 90s and early 2000s, Pokemon was at one of its peaks in popularity.
Yes, you're right. People are going crazy. People are going crazy over that first movie, bro. If I can find a news report, I would. I'm gonna find a news report one day, bro. That shit goes crazy. Parents were saying like Pokemon was for bad children, man. They were saying Pokemon was satanic. Of course, when it comes to a popular franchise, when there comes lots of love and support from the fans, there comes lots of hate and agony from parents, especially for a kids series.
The games were bestsellers, animated movies released in theaters, and of course, the merchandise was hot.
Although the merchandise was very ass. Have you seen those old toys? Look at this shit. Now let me tell you something. Does that look like Ash Ketchum? Yes, it does. From objectives, I mean like side point, but like, man, these go through like barely passable, bro. Have you seen the merch nowadays made by Tomy and Sane? Peak. Absolute peak,
Figures,
bro.
beach towels, and jelly jars. You name it, there was a Pokemon product for.
You're right, bro. You could probably base your own real life on Pokemon. Pokemon house, Pokemon mattress, Pokemon bed, Pokemon pillows, Pokemon everything, Pokemon, bro. You could just base it off your life off that. That's how big it was back in the days. I'm sure if you go to a beach back in 1995 or 1999, bro, you go to a beach, you will see a chick wearing using a fucking Ash Ketchum towel with Pikachu on it.
While a lot of the toys from this era have become classic and recognizable, one promotion in particular let kids have it their way to bring them back again and again, unlike any that had been done before. In 1999, Burger King launched a toy promotion that sent kids into a collecting frenzy by...
Yeah, but that was crazy though. Didn't they make one for each Pokemon? Oh wait, no, they didn't. There's no way they made one for Pokemon's like Metapod, right? There's just no way. I absolutely refuse to believe it. They don't make the ones for Meta. There ain't no way. Alright, there ain't no way that they made Burger King toys for toys like Metapod. Yeah, see, there's only 57 toys, but that's still a lot. Nowadays, you get what? You get like 10 toys, and like half of them are paper, if you're lucky. Most of the times, they're just full-on paper. Full-on paper.
A set of Pokemon toys that could be obtained.
Well, I guess these count. 151 trading cards. Man, go crazy back then. Bro, if some kid didn't choke to death with a Pokeball toy plastic, Burger King would have made so much dough. Burger King would have been rich as fuck, bro. Sad the promotion ended quickly. Now the toys are probably like $20 each.
Through Big Kids meals. The set in its entirety was...
Alright, so we got so basically each set had like a different section. We got like those spinner toys, those water gun toys for the children who like to play in the outdoor pool. You know what I mean. All that type of shit. And we got plushies. We got everything. We got pretty much everything, bro. I mean, like, the only ones here that, I don't know, if I was a kid, let's turn off subtitles for a second. If I was a kid, realistically, I would probably buy the tabletop spinners or the one where you go like press a button and they like launch and shit, or the water guns. Never in my life am I gonna buy the light up Mewtwo. I don't care how cool Mewtwo was back in the days, bro. It's like something that's gonna die. The battery's gonna die. Yada yada yada. You gotta put it in the table. The battery's gonna die, bro. Like, but with a keychain, you can practically wear that shit forever.
Massive, spanning 57 Pokemon.
Look at how cooler, bro, the water spoutser was. You can't tell me having a Blastoise at an outdoor pool would make you the coolest fucking kid ever. You know? Let's be honest here.
All of which were separated by the different features they had. With so many toys for kids to collect, Burger King even had trading nights to swap out toys with other kids.
Look how lame that Mewtwo is, bro. That battery's gonna die within like 2 months, bro. Well, not 2 months. McDonald's usually lasts a while with their battery. Maybe like a year. Give it like a year.
You didn't have to order another meal. This was one of the coolest promotions at the time, and
exactly.
Popular toy shortages were an issue at the beginning.
And you get a free trading card too. You get a free trading card with it. Like, holy shit! Ain't that sick?
Due to the unexpected demand, kids just couldn't get enough of Pokemon Fever, and creating a collectathon through fast food toys was a great idea. However, there was one blemish on the popularity of this promotion that made mainstream news and issued a nationwide PSA alerting parents to a hidden danger with the toys.
The Pokeball is shaped like a children's nose, and they all choke to death.
Of course, with anything small like fast food toys that appeal to little kids, safety is a priority of the companies designing and distributing them. The toys of the Pokemon themselves could sometimes be small or have a part that might be considered.
Okay, but like, come on, man, you gotta teach children nowadays, bro. I mean, I get the Pokeball shaped like a children's nose. You could accidentally get that one stuck in. But like, come on, parents. I'm blaming it on the parents, because parents could clearly just like, you know, maybe monitor over the children. You know what I mean? So, like, I mean, I get if they get rid of the Pokeball, but the toys were the cool mans. It didn't have to get recalled, man. The toys were the cool ones. Why didn't have to get recalled?
But instead, it was the Pokeball component of the toy, which proved...
Yeah, let's turn on back the subtitles.
Fatal. These containers themselves were made of plastic and could be opened and closed.
Let's be honest, though, no one really cares for the Pokeball. It was just there for the surprising sake. It was just like, oh, cool, Pokeball. I can just unlock it as shit. You know, those were just... It was just for the surprise sakes, if you know what I mean. But the actual design of the Pokeball itself, I would probably just throw that shit away and keep the toy.
When they were opened, the top and bottom pieces separated from each other, which is where the issue begins. Each part of the Pokeball was its own piece.
Oh, it was 2 different pieces. No wonder when I got my KFC Pokeball, it was all attached to one singular piece. So that's why it all connects.
And could fit over the nose and mouth of a child, creating a suffocation hazard. This is what happened to a 13-month-old girl in December of 1999, a month into the promotion. This child had managed to place half of the ball over her nose and mouth.
So that's why, no, I heard this thing that said, like, Legos had a hole in, like, on the top of their heads. So, like, if children chokes on it, the small little hole of the Lego head can just, like, breathe air in. So it wouldn't be that much of a choking hazard. At least you could still be safe. But this, yeah, I can see why, because, like, there wasn't really any holes there, and it was just kind of deadly and dangerous.
Was unable to remove it and caused them to suffocate. Following the incident, the local sheriff's department issued a warning about the Pokeballs, and was the first time a Burger King toy was blamed for a death.
Ooh, big whoopsie daisies on you, Burger King. Should have thought of putting a tiny little hole, you know, like all toys do nowadays.
Had the Pokeball been designed with a hinge like some modern ones to prevent...
Exactly. Nowadays, the modern toys, bro, they'll have like some hinge that connects it, bro. Man, if they had that, I'm sure the choking hazard thing wouldn't be that much of a big deal. Because, like...
prevent the pieces from being separated, it's possible this tragedy could have been avoided.
Exactly.
One could argue the parents should have been more watchful of a child so young, but the packaging actually does say it's intended for kids of all ages, unlike most packaging with the
I mean, that's true. That's kind of Burger King's fault for not putting the for putting the age for all ages. You know, knowing there's a plastic that can definitely suffocate a children, but it's whatever.
3+ warning. At any rate, this was an unfortunate tragedy that happened, so steps needed to be taken to remedy the situation. Naturally, the Product Safety Commission asked Burger King to formally recall the containers, which they actually refused to do. Burger King argued that a sudden recall would cause anxiety for parents, and it was too soon to confirm that the Pokeball was the cause of death.
Yeah, actually, that's true, because, I don't think the parents had any proof. Well, would you need proof for that? I don't know. I don't know how. I'm not really good at society and politics and shit, bro. Let's be honest here.
Confirmation. While Burger King didn't want to end the promotion without a completed report, a spokesperson for the commission insisted that the suction effect was something parents could not anticipate, which is why action needed to be taken immediately to.
Yeah, but instead of recalling it, why can't you just recall the Pokeballs and just give the actual toy itself in a plastic bag? Problem solved, you know what I mean? Or just fix the age rating for that, maybe 3 and up. Wouldn't that make sense?
Alert them. Not long after this back and forth argument, another child who was 18 months old.
Okay, you're giving these to an 18-month-old. I think Burger King should have just went and gave it a more fair age, an age bump to the toy. You know what I mean? At least say it's for 3 years old, bro. 3 years old.
Almost ended up suffocating the same way as the first child. However, her father was able to remove it before any injury. At this point, Burger King knew they had to recall the Pokeballs without the investigations having been completed. Thus, a recall campaign began. A lot of print material was created alerting consumers of the danger. The announcement even appeared on TV through the news and advertisements.
Yeah, this scared some children, bro. So look at this.
Burger King restaurants were ordered.
Yeah, this screen scared a lot of children back in the day.
Stop so funny. The Pokeballs, with 22.5 million units having been destroyed before they went out to market. Consumers were encouraged to return the Pokeballs to the restaurants in exchange for a free order of small fries. While
small, I mean, come on, man. I would have at least scalped I would scalp the Pokeballs, and each day I return with a Pokeball to get a small fry. Worth it.
Only 500,000 units were actually returned. 60% of all Pokeballs that were in the wild ended up being discarded by consumers. Shockingly, despite all of these warnings and precautions, only a month after the recall, a third child who was only 4 months
come on, man. You can't be doing this. Put an age rating, bro.
Old died of suffocation in the same way the original child did. By this time, however, the promotion was over and there weren't any more actions taken. In the aftermath of the recall, Burger King was constantly criticized for reacting slow to the whole situation, while they maintained their stance on the product having met all safety standards.
Yeah, they kind of just we'll deal with it later. Next month, boom, another child got suffocated.
From the beginning.
Bad call, Burger King.
The original child who suffocated ended up suing Burger King and winning a dollar amount that was kept confidential. Whether it was the strategies of the companies themselves or simply the day and age it happened, Burger King and Pokemon bounced back from all the negative press they received, and this incident was largely forgotten.
I mean, yeah, it's Burger King and Pokemon, bro. It's Burger King and Pokemon. Of course, everyone's gonna forget about it. You know what I mean? I mean, it's 3 kids against 50 billion Pokemon fans out there. I'm sure everyone will just forget about this incident, and it just happened.
Pokemon went on to have more toy promotions at Burger King, of course.
But no more Pokeballs, though. Rip, no more Pokeballs.
Minus any Pokeballs. What's really interesting to think about, though, is what a recall of this magnitude would be like today. This happened back in 1999, when social media wasn't around. I'm sure if it was, though, Burger King would have done damage control right out of the gate.
Exactly. They're gonna get some backlash in their, they're gonna get some backlash on Twitter. Not a good image for you, Burger King.
And more consumers would have taken actions to protest the company, as well as return the Pokeballs. As for the legacy of the toys themselves, there's not too much to be had. The original toys were made by the Millions, so you can still go on eBay and easily buy these toys mint in the package, Pokeball included. I'm not sure if they ever manufactured the toys without the Pokeball after the recall, but if those exist, I've never seen one. It's unfortunate what happened during this.
Yeah, but I don't know if the toys did the toys release without the Pokeballs back then? Cause I wasn't there back then. I was still in my mom. I was still in the womb, bro.
Promotion, but I still think this set left a notable mark on history, for better or worse.
Red, bro. That's interesting. Well, anyways, I want to know more about Kid Icarus. I don't know more about Kid Icarus.
That game. Infinite possibilities.
All right.
You can battle with dogs.
I don't care.
Pirates.
Now, if you all know peak Nintendo, bro, Kid Icarus is where it's at. We love Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus isn't exactly one of Nintendo's most popular franchises, and as a result, the series lacks in entries. And if it hadn't been for Smash Bros., I'm sure Pit would still be stuck in the past. Kid Icarus was sort of abandoned, and looking back at the 8-bit and 16-bit era, the likes of Link and Samus were chosen above Pit to represent Nintendo's.
Yeah, I like out of all the Nintendo characters, that was chosen to be like the main tree, bro. It was like Mario, Samus, Zelda, bro. You forgot about Pit. That game was goated. The first Kid Icarus was a fun game, bro. I had more fun playing the first Kid Icarus rather than playing Legend of Zelda for the NES. Like, I'm honest here, Legend of Zelda for the NES was boring as fuck.
Brand. However, things could have taken a drastically different turn for Pit if Nintendo had developed the sequel to the NES original. Rumor has it such a game was in development, and it was known as Super Kid Icarus. The story of Super Kid Icarus starts out as nothing more than this small blurb cut from an old video game magazine, which simply states that a big and long-awaited SNES Kid Icarus game is in the works.
I wonder if it did come out though, because I haven't played a Kid Icarus game besides for the first NES one. The only ones I played was the first NES one and the 3DS one. That's the only one I played. Besides that, I haven't played any Kid Icarus games. But from the two games I played, bro, it's definitely better than Zelda, bro.
That's it. What you're looking at here is the most famous evidence of this game's existence, and is most commonly passed around when people reference the.
Ooh, so the NES. Oh, so the SN. Oh, oh, that's interesting. So the Super NES one didn't come out. I could have sworn it did. Mandela effect.
Game online. This is ironic because it gives almost no information about the game itself, and most people don't even know where this information came from to begin with. It's sort of just been accepted as proof that Super Kid Icarus existed, with no one else online being able to tell you any more than that. Of course, this information is hardly a drop in the bucket in trying to understand what Super Kid Icarus really was, or if this information is even legit.
It all lies, bro. It's all the lies.
To uncover the details regarding this mysterious game, I wanted to figure out what magazine this write-up came from to give myself a better idea of its context. As I said earlier, this image is widely circulated and gets passed around a lot, so I was
well, that image is widely circulated online, but is there actually like an actual physical copy of it? You know? You can just go passing around stuff like that. I could easily fake that. Just find that font, put a Nintendo Power background, boom.
Making a reverse image search would pull up many additional web pages that discuss it, and it did. There was one great thread among the rest, a topic from the classic Lost Levels forum which specifically discusses Super Kid Icarus itself. According to a user named Celine, the famous blurb originates from a gaming magazine called Game Fan and appears in Volume 4, Issue 3.
Alright, Dale on it too. Yada yada yada. Brand is expected to make a big splash with the world premiere of the M2 hardware. It will be long-awaited. To make Super Kid Icarus, Nintendo plans showing us stuff as well. I wonder if it did get coded, or I wonder if it got in development. but just never came out. Cause like some games they usually have a demo, for a test demo at least. I wonder what the gameplay would be like on the Super NES. Probably the model would be a little more detailed too, right? That's what I'm guessing.
Found a scan of the magazine online and confirmed this was indeed true. The information comes via the Other Stuff section of the magazine, which looks like a random grab bag section of news. This edition is from March 1996, with the Super Kid Icarus info being part of an E3 lineup section. While no other information outside of that blurb is discussed, something strikes me as a bit odd. The game was claimed to have been long awaited.
Let me guess. The NES and SNES didn't come out. Wait, it's either two possibilities. One, the NES and SNES didn't have a far apart release date. Second, Kid Icarus released like very late during the NES's release, as the SNES was just about to release, so it's probably not that popular.
But how could it have been so anticipated if this 1996 magazine is seemingly the only time and place it was mentioned?
Never mind. I mean, maybe it's just not well documented, bro.
I suspect there must be older evidence out there that at least mentions the game.
Maybe, but we don't
need to look a
know.
little further back in time to get our answer to that question.
I mean, it depends, bro. It depends too. Like, if the game got many sales, of course the sequel is going to be anticipated. Especially if you have sequels for The Legend of Zelda, Metroid, and Mario. If a game sells well, of course people are going to anticipate sequels for it. That's just without saying.
Among the scarce resources talking about Super Kid Icarus online, the Lost Games Wiki is another site of note that pops up when you search the topic. Their article is pretty empty to say the least, and they feature that same GameFan blurb as their leading image for the page. However, you'll notice that there are a couple more blurbs.
This is the only proof out there that a Super Kid Icarus SNES game exists. It's just so funny for no reason at all.
Taken from different magazines that give us a lot more information about the game than we've already uncovered. The first one is from a UK exclusive magazine called Superplay, which was published for the
Look at that model for Samus, bro. Look at that funny ass model for Samus. Hajime Ippo, bro.
duration of the SNES's life from 1992 to 1996. The mention of Super Kid Icarus this time comes from a column titled Daydreaming, where viewers talk about games they wish existed. Well, by coincidence or not, one reader wrote in wishing that a Kid Icarus game existed on the Super...
One kid, you know what I mean? Like, if it's highly anticipated, I would expect like 3,000 people to just say, I want a Super Kid Icarus game. Give me a Super Kid Icarus game. Like me, give me a Nintendo Switch Kid Icarus game. Please. I'm still waiting on that Professor Layton Nintendo Switch game, bro.
Nintendo, to which the editor replied, a SNES Kid Icarus game will be unveiled at either the Summer CES in June or the Winter CES next January. The game isn't set to be released until early 1995 though. That's pretty shocking to hear all at once. A planned reveal date and possibly release information?
Unveiled at a certain summer CES, yes, June, Winter CES next January. The game isn't set to release until early 1995. Bullshit.
What's even more shocking about all of this is the fact that this issue of Superplay was published in June 1994, nearly 2 years before the GameFan blurb in 1996. While the game was obviously not revealed or released according to Superplay's timeline, at the very least we do know 2 years of possible development time had passed in between these magazines mentioning the game. And that's crazy. However, things get even weirder when I discovered we can go back even further than this, to what I believe is the earliest evidence of this game's existence online.
Yes, we found an old cartridge in a thrift store. That's how most games get found, bro. Fucking get the oddballs out of here. Anyways, that's how a lot of games got found nowadays, bro. We found Legend of Zelda 2: Link's Lost World in a thrift store. Although I'm pretty sure that was a hoax.
Second magazine blurb from Lost Games Wiki comes from an Italian publication called Game Power. The write-up itself is in Italian, but when translated it reads, "In about a year we should see the SNES release of one of the best games that ever appeared on the NES. Kid Icarus. With a good 24 megabits, it promises to be one of the most massive titles of the year, or
Yeah, right. Never came out. One of the most massive. You know what else is massive? Ooh,
at least that's what Nintendo claims, even though we haven't seen anything from it. The year of this magazine's publication is February 1994, 4 months before Superplay even mentioned it. While this information is extremely interesting, it ultimately doesn't change what we know about the game. How could this game have been in the public eye for so long and get hyped up this?
Do we even know this proof's real? Like, they've been saying all this proof and shit, but I've never, like, is that actual evidence? Is that from an official source? Do you have a physical copy of this magazine?
Much, yet constantly miss deadlines and never get so much as a screenshot. That tone essentially never changes, even as late as our GameFan source from 1996. This means from 1994 to 1996, the game was claimed to exist even though it never made an appearance. Before my research, I was a bit skeptical
I'm surprised there's still motorcycles out there at night.
about it being real at all, considering the only source I knew of was that famous blurb from GameFan, and even now I'm thinking it could have just been a rumor that ultimately had no substance.
I think it's just a rumor, bro. Remember that one time Nintendo decides to prank us all by saying Sonic and Tails is in Smash Melee and everyone got upset?
That's behind it. Still, I wanted to believe it really did exist in some form, in some way. This brings us to our final magazine source, and perhaps the most recognized out of all the ones mentioned so far. If we go back to the Lost Levels forum, OP started the thread in the first place because of another forum post he found while trying to do research of his own. It mentions an issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly from 1995 or 1996, where Super Kid Icarus was allegedly discussed by a staff writer named Quarterman. He claimed that Super Kid Icarus and another SNES game were very far in development before they were dropped in favor of moving the company's resources to.
Man, it's sad how all the small games, bro. It's all the small games. Like Star Fox. Never. Okay, hot take. I never really liked playing Star Fox or F-Zero mid games, bro. Kid Icarus was one of the best, man. Can't touch that.
64. Further noting that Star Fox 2 was a well-known example of this shift in focus. This makes a lot of sense. There's no way Nintendo would have bothered developing and releasing a sequel to a less popular franchise on outdated.
Yeah, that's sad. That was less popular, man. Man, I'm so sad. Ooh.
Hardware. There's only one problem with this story. It's fake. With Electronic Gaming Monthly being an established magazine, a staff member's name connected to the story, and the publishing date being later on.
Bro just gave us the entire history just to drop it and say it's fake. Fuck you,
From the
El
timeline,
Supersonic.
I was thinking that this was the most concrete proof we had of the game existing. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. I did a little bit of looking into who Quarterman was, and all the top articles I found were compilations of his fake rumors. There was one article in particular that said as magazine printing deadlines came up, the staff would create fake rumors simply to fill pages and get them done on time.
Sonic's gonna be the final boss in Mario 2. That's funny. Just to get the deadline out on time, they fill in fake rumors. Imagine how many kids got fooled, bro.
While some stuff Quarterman wrote about in the magazine did end up being real or partially true, a lot of it was fake, and I'm sure his Super Kid Icarus claim was an extension of that. As
Most
I discussed
likely.
earlier with the unverified nature of the game,
I mean, if I was Nintendo and my game did not perceive too well, I wouldn't bother on making a sequel. Might as well make sequels to more safer lines, such as Mario, Star Fox, Link. Zelda, Metroid, you know what I mean?
Quarterman probably heard about it from the other staff members who heard it from other magazines sourced in this video. To be fair, I don't have the original Quarterman article, so I don't know if this was actually speculation or straight up fakery. No matter the case, his story on its own can't be believed, and again, it's looking more and more like the Italian magazine was the origin of it all. In fact, back in the day, it was
Bro, that's how Link used to look like, bro. What a nerd,
pretty
man.
common for foreign magazines to make up false claims for the sake of being topical or interesting. Since an Italian magazine was the origin, perhaps it spread among gaming circles over the years and became something no one questioned or looked into. And considering Nintendo never once acknowledged the game for the duration of its existence, I'm gonna say this was just a rumor that got way out of control.
Yeah, not even a rumor, bro. It was like a rumor that turned to a hoax.
Meaning Super Kid Icarus was never actually a real game.
Yep.
There's just not enough proof to suggest it ever existed. This is a really disappointing conclusion to have reached here. I was really hoping to uncover a lost Kid Icarus game that would eventually be unearthed and
I'd kill for a new Icarus game. Yeah, I would
change
too.
what we know about the franchise. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. This brings up an even bigger talking point about gaming journalism in the 90s. I didn't grow up with these magazines, so maybe I'm just naive.
I need to get myself a Sonic poster, bro. Because I have a Mario one from the N64 era, and that looks amazing. I need a Sonic one, but I'm going to be moving out too anyway, so there's really no point in getting one.
But man, I can't believe writers were okay with printing straight up fake news. I thought more about the other rumors I've covered on the channel before, like Mario's Castle and the Purple Yoshi tech demo, and concluded that those games are probably fake too. The Purple Yoshi was IGN's creation just to bring people to their forums, as that's where the image was hosted, and Mario's Castle was another fake game Electronic Gaming Monthly created to hype up Project Atlantis, since I've never seen the game mentioned outside of this magazine. Maybe someday we'll discover a real lost retro Kid Icarus game, but for now we can put the rumor
Nah, never, bro. There's just not gonna be a Kid Icarus game, bro.
to rest that Super Kid Icarus does not exist, and that gaming magazines from the 90s should not be taken at face value.
Yeah, we're never getting another Kid Icarus. That's so sad, man. The last one we got was from the 3DS era. 3DS, y'all know how long that was ago? Ooh, anyways, that's probably going to be the only two videos I'll be watching tonight, because, like, yeah, it's a 1 a.m. one. And two, that I was like, damn, what would be two good videos to watch tonight? And I was like, oh, these two would be fun to watch. Like, I was going to do it off camera, off stream, but I was like, yeah, I might as well stream it. I'm bored anyways. Anyways, yeah, that's all from me, chat. Goodbye. Goodbye. Wait, hold on. We got one viewer. Hey, you. We got one viewer. But no. Wait. Who? Never mind. Alright, goodbye.